Hi, I just want to talk to you today about osteoarthritis and fibromyalgia. I've been in pain for several years and recently found out that I have osteoarthritis, and over the past year, maybe a year and a half, I've really just been battling with the pain of everything that's been happening to me. And at first I was feeling like a real victim about it, and I was taking lots of pain relief from the doctor and spending lots of time in bed, having a heated electric blanket, really feeling kind of like very sorry for myself, and finding myself sometimes in so much pain that I just could not escape the pain, to the point that I would just cry because there was just nowhere to lay or sit or stand. It was just horrendous. And so what ended up happening was the doctor would just keep increasing the dose of my pain relief. So I was taking pregabalin, amitriptyline and cocodamol, but the pain would always find a way through, and then the doctor would just increase the pain relieving dose. So it was just like I was becoming more and more um, dependent on drugs. And I realised that it was taking my life away. I was wanting to sleep half of the day. I wasn't thinking straight anymore. I didn't feel capable of driving a car at times, depending on which drugs I'd taken. And it took away my libido. It took away kind of my bubbliness and giddiness for life. I was just becoming like a zombie. So my instincts kind of thought, no, this has to stop. I cannot spend the rest of my life on drugs. And to be honest, I was feeling pretty miserable anyway. They weren't really, they were maybe taking an edge off the pain, and they were giving me some nice feelings, but they weren't helping the situation. So I made a decision that I was going to come off all of the medication. And I'm not advising anyone to do this. I'm just sharing what I'm doing and what's happening and how I'm going to heal this situation myself. So I came off everything. I didn't do it instantly. I just weaned myself off gradually. The most difficult thing of all was sleeping, because I had been used to taking a pill that put me to sleep every night. So finding, remembering how to fall asleep again was one of the hardest things of all. I spent a lot of nights where I was just wide awake and feeling a little bit stressed and thinking I should maybe take a pill and go to sleep, but I didn't. I stuck with it. And I ended up buying an eye mask, which was one of the first things that I would recommend if anyone's struggling to sleep, because the eye mask blocks out all of the light, and you don't realise that a little bit of light from the street light outside or from your landing, or it just goes through your eyelids and it just keeps you awake. And the pitch blackness of the mask seems to do something to your brain, just to tell you to switch off. So that has been a really helpful thing. To deal with the pain, first of all, I found massage very helpful, but I can't afford to have massage every day. So I did some research and I found this, which is from Home Medics, and it's got these two big balls on it. It looks, like quite a chunky contraction, and it's absolutely amazing. It gets really deep into the muscle tissue, and because it's like this, you can kind of put it to wherever your pain is, really around my hips where the pain is the worst, and my upper thighs. And the gap in the middle helps you to miss the bone. So either side gets both sides of your muscle, and that is just exactly like a human massage, if not better, because it's so strong and so cheap, because you don't have to pay for a massage all of the time. You can have one every day or twice a day, and this was £34.99, so I would definitely recommend that to help you with the pain. The next thing I bought, which was quite expensive, but I consider this to be something that I could probably use for years and years, was a red light LED therapy device. And this is quite genius because it helps with the inflammation, and it also seems to kind of go into the cells and almost wake them up to kick your body into self-healing. And it really does give some quite instant pain relief. And all you do with this is wherever you feel pain, it's harmless as well. You can't hurt yourself. And everyone can use this. There's nothing you could do to hurt yourself. You switch this on, and then you place it on the area where you have the pain. And I'll show you how long it takes. You just hold this on, and if you're working in a large area, you just move around that area of your body, and you use this once a day or twice a day, maybe at first, then once a day, then maybe 3 times a week, because this activates your own body's self-healing, which is what I really, really like about it. But it does take some of the pain off straight away, and that's how quick each area is. So it's quite easy to do the area of your body that you're suffering from within, you know, a few minutes. The third thing I've bought is a TENS pain reliever. So if pain is really strong and I just want to sit with these TENS pads on me, this is from Kinetics, and this was only $24.99. I don't know if I said this, I might repeat myself. This was quite expensive. This was £250. But I've done a lot of research on this LED light therapy, and I just loved what I heard. And I'm amazed that we just don't have this all over our country with the amount of people that are suffering from pain. So those 3 items are the things that I use to manage my pain with no drugs. I'm really happy about those. The next thing that I've done, and this may seem extreme to some, but I am so determined. I'm already a vegan. I've been a vegan for well over a year, but I've now made my diet high fruit raw vegan. So that means that about 80% of my diet is fruit, and maybe the other 20% is a little bit of greens and a little bit of nuts. So the fruit content of my diet is very high water fruit, because I feel like my body needs the high water content to feed my cells and to help me to heal, to help me to flush out any toxins. It's helped me to lose weight, drinking plenty of water to really lubricate my joints. And so the kinds of foods that I eat are things like melons, peaches, strawberries, blueberries, oranges, tangerines, plums, just loads of really high water, juicy fruits. And you feel like you can't fill up on those kind of foods, but I do. I get so full on them. I just have whole big meals of those foods. And so it's only been kind of like, you know, coming up to 3 weeks, something like that. And already I feel better. I can still, you know, I can still have days that are not so good, but they're just the same as when I was taking the drugs. So it hasn't become worse. My situation's not worse. It's definitely better already. So I feel really optimistic about the future, that I will be able to make progress, and I might be able to start running again at some point. And you know, I genuinely believe there's a way to overcome this. And the last thing that I've also added into my life is making sure I've got a really good sleep routine, a daily meditation routine to use positive affirmations and self-healing, and just to have time just to recharge, de-stress, and just avoiding negativity, avoiding lots of news stories that are very sad and traumatic, things that are happening across the world that I can't help or change. Just kind of, you know, being aware but not really indulging in negative news pieces, and not being with people that are very negative and very aggressive. Just giving those people a little wide berth, loving them, and you know, not challenging them or arguing with them, but just, you know, not spending so much time around negativity. So all of those things I hope to incorporate into my own personal healing, and I just feel instinctively like I can do this. I already feel better, and I'm really excited about the future, and I'm just not prepared to become a victim anymore and to feel sorry for myself. I've removed all of the things in my life that hurt me. So standing in high heels for ages, going and dancing in high heels, pounding my joints in any way, carrying very, very heavy things. I've just removed those things and just listening to myself and just giving my body what it needs and stop torturing and punishing it, and just very light yoga, swimming and very gentle cycling. And that is my plan to heal this. And I'm literally almost certain with my own genuine feeling and instinct that I'm going to do this. And so there you go. If you want to try any of it, or if you want to just watch and see how I progress, I will be honest as it goes in the next few months and just see how we go. So subscribe if you want to see how it goes, and I hope you like my videos. It helps me that if you like them, so that I know just to keep producing them and that someone's actually watching them, because I have no idea. But if you are feeling hopeless and you feel like you're a victim and you're just going to take drugs for the rest of your life, please just look within yourself and just see, is there another way that you can change things? So have a lovely day, and I hope you're not in too much pain. Sending you my love and positivity and wishing you all of the best.